Good morning and welcome to the new edition of Dr. Lamba's Awakening Call. I'm simply amazed every day. We hear the huge literary books being banned, the classics, the movies based on those classics being proscribed or being withdrawn, history being rewritten, the names of the places being changed, the statues, the sculptures, the works of art being destroyed, all in the act and as a justification for the wrongs done by the old society. And the beauty is that the people who are destroying it were not the people who suffered. And the people whom they are destroying and the works of art they are destroying affect the whole universe and the civilization. Another very contradictory thing is that people are mum at one destruction and outraged at the other. Pakistan was all agog, full of fury when Babri Masjid was destroyed. And it went absolutely mum when Bamiyan statues in Afghanistan were destroyed by Taliban. India was absolutely quiet when the statues of Lincoln, Roosevelt, Churchill were being destroyed. USA was jubilant when the statue of Saddam Hussein was destroyed. And now Churchill statue is sought to be destroyed. And to protect the same, the mayor has ordered it to be covered with cloth. India solved the problem very easily by carting all the statues to the museum. But why destroy them? And why ban the books? Why withdraw the armies? All that doesn't make sense. What are we doing? Why are we doing? Coming to Churchill, agreed. He was a great historian, a great writer, a great orator, knew the pulse of the people, had implacable determination and steel in his spine who could fight the Nazi hordes. But he was a terrible man. He authorized use of the chemical weapons against the Afghans and the Kurds. He called China a barbaric nation. He spoke of the great hordes of Islam and called Indians as a beastly people with a beastly religion. When informed of the mass deaths in 1943, Bengal family simply asked, so is Gandhi dead yet? Those nostalgic for the Raj love him, as do the white supremacists. Zionists adore him for what he told the Palestinian Royal Commission way back in 1937. I do not agree that the dog is in the manger, has a final right to the manger, even though he may have laid it for a very long time. I do not admit, for instance, that a great wrong has been done to the Red Indians of America or the black peoples of Australia. I do not admit that a wrong has been done to these people by the fact that a stronger race, a higher grade race, a more worldly wise race has come, put it that way, has come in and taken their place. And it's no surprise that Churchill statue has always been deemed iconic for leftists and progressives around the world. The same people who are now destroying it used to revere Churchill, worship him practically. Despite all this, what I've told you, his horribly racist, xenophobic attitude. But the same leftists who lionized Churchill after the killing of George Floyd, they want not just the statue gone, but all the historical monuments associated with oppression, slavery, and bigotry to be eliminated from the public view. Thoroughly decent people are roaring, pull them down. All their decency seems to leave them. But still, this is dangerous. And it's painful, terribly dangerous. Step back and reflect upon the consequences. I have no love for Churchill except for the fact that he was a great historian and a great writer. And he was a great leader in the war. Yes, I may not like him for his attitude of antipathy and hatred towards India, but he's a metaphor, undeniably, for countless racist and supremacist leaders who led the word of conquest and plunder trails. Whether it was Alexander the Great, whether it was Muhammad bin Qasim, whether it was Napoleon Bonaparte, all ambitious conquerors, or Ashoka the Great, for example, these ambitious conquerors subjugated weaker people on various pretexts. So, should we eliminate all of their thoughts? You have got to ponder the effects of the effacing the religious symbols, historical symbols, as they have been done in India. Again, I'm coming back to the contradictory actions. In India, the Congress changed the name of Pune to Pune, the romantic Bombay to prosaic sounding Mumbai, Panjim to Panaji. Amazed? No, we prepare for more. Bangalore to tongue twister Bengaluru, Trivandrum into a really, really difficult to pronounce Thiruvananthapuram, Madras to Chennai, Calcutta to Kolkata. And the same people are now crying at the top of their voice when the names of Faizabad, Allahabad, Moradabad, Mughalsarai have been changed. They forget that they started it. But I'm not concerned at present. I'm only saying that we take the same action and yet we cry. As I said, America was jubilant, the establishment, when Saddam Hussein's statue was thrown down. And now, when Theodore Roosevelt statue or the Abraham Lincoln statue, the man who gave freedom to the slaves, they are sort of be demolished, then their protests and objections don't do it. Let's begin. I mean, if we really want to spoil and destroy all the symbols of slavery, oppression, and racism, let's start by bulldozing the pyramids of ancient Egypt. They were symbols of extreme oppression, and the word pharaoh is synonymous with cruelty. Thousands of the slaves toiling in heat of the desert built these tombs for the pharaoh kings. When the pharaoh died, his retainers were obliged to collectively commit suicide and be buried in the same pyramid so that when he wakes up in the afterlife, they are ready to serve him. Morally, the pyramids ought to be leveled. Would you do it? And if not, why not? What to make of Babi Mosque? The Hindu silence is a symbol of cultural oppression by the Muslims. And in 92, with bare hands and pickaxes, they tore down the 5th century old building structure built by Babur. But there was a point that they destroyed the place because it was built on the site of Lord Rama. I'll give to the credit of Pakistan that they have still not in the frenzy just changed the name of the cities like Lahore because it's named after Love, the son of Lord Rama, or Kasur, named after Kush, son of Lord Rama. And then, coming back to that, Ahmedabad, Kareempur, Jamalpur, Faridpur, Hajipur, Muradabad, Sikandrabad, they are likely to disappear off the map of India and emerge reincarnated with Hindu names. Does it matter who did it? Would we destroy Mount Rushmore because the four iconic presidents are there who were slaveholders? Washington was the greatest slaveholder, and he is there. Where will this madness stop? Should we tear down Taj Mahal also because it is an extraordinary success of invaders? Of course. Taj is a horrible example of abuse of man by man, much as the magnificent cathedrals of Europe are, where there is Vatican, Sistine Chapel, Taj Mahal, all these beautiful things. They are built on oppression and slavery. Irish were the first slaves in the world, possibly you're aware. And then, why do we forget that the Vikings had enslaved England? So the Stonehenge, should they be destroyed? Resources to build monuments were forcibly extracted from the toiling peasants. Taj was just a whim of a ruthless monarch for his dead wife. But when you look at the Taj even today, the beauty, the romance simply enchants you. One can feel the soft emanation from the side by side graves of the two star-crossed lovers. Life is surely complex. Life surely has subtle nuances. So I would say let what is be. Let's preserve and protect, not destroy. The cultural vandalism is there, whether it's India, Pakistan, USA, England. While the Pakistanis have been excellent in not changing the names of Toba Tek Singh, which has a Sikh connotation, or Lahore or Kasur, but the Hindu heritage sites in Pakistan have all vanished. Buddhist statues, artifacts plundered and destroyed. And as I said, they didn't say a single word. One, Taliban destroyed Bamiyan temple statues. Another thing, the celebration of the cultural events is undergoing a change. In Pakistan, they are banning, or they have banned, the celebration of Baisakhi and Basant. They have banned kite flying because of his Hindu connections. And I was really shocked that the trees like banyan, neem, and people have been punished. And you don't see them any longer. And I remember when I was there, there was a remnant of a 200-year-old banyan tree, and it was in Islamabad. And the students from madrasa had destroyed the tree because banyan is supposed to be sacred tree of Hindus. I don't know whether it's not. People I know it is the people tree. So let these iconoclast friends and the left people learn that to seek purification by removing the pastful symbols of the past, you are risking cultural and aesthetic desertification. Destruction is never the way out. Just picture the pre-partition Lahore, and you'll see how visually rich and the beautiful these places were. Again, picture the great beauty of Connaught Place before it became the Rajiv Chowk. Now it doesn't have that charm and beauty. The cultural purification reduces things to a boring blend. As I said, the romance, the color, the tone, the tune, the tang, they go missing. So why do we do it? Eliminating symbols does nothing of substance. As I said earlier, the mass euphoria when the crowd of Iraqis held by the US Marine toppled 50 tons statue of Saddam. What did they do? They destroyed an old monument, all right. But was there any hope for the people of Iraq? On the other hand, the decade of bitter Shia Sunni sectarian warfare started with them. Iraq, which was a haven of peace and secularism, tranquility, was riven, divided by Shia Sunnis. Those who want to efface history makers are merely self righteous. They are like Puritans who want to destroy everything which belongs to the Catholic significance. The people who seek a pure aesthetic past, untainted by sin, are basically chasing phantoms. It doesn't exist. As a matter of fact, when again I look at a xenophobic country, Pakistan, if you see the psychedelic substance being dished out in Pakistan, masses every evening in the shape of Turkish drama, Atuguzal Ghazi, is producing hallucinations, dangerous hallucinations. Spaceship Earth hurtles toward an uncertain future. And the crew, the liberals, the Democrats, the leftists, are terribly sick mentally, psychologically, and we are in their hands. The doctors must record that the history of the various quarreling groups has never been a good one. The naive notions of the heroes and the villains must be dumped. History has only actors, whether it was Churchill or Roosevelt, whether it was Ashoka before Kalinga War or Ashoka after Kalinga War, whether it was Nehru or whether it was Jinnah, whom Indians demonize for creating Pakistan. They have had their stay, a role in the history. You can't deny that. Let them stay. Let the fat, cigar smoking, racist Englishman Churchill be happy on the pedestal with the pigeons dropping their shit on him. He cannot harm anybody now that the worms have eaten away his flesh. Let's get serious. The starting point must be the realization that the widow burning, slavery, genocide are as much a part of human condition as a great acts of generosity and compassion. Each civilization in world, every time, has been a combination of wars, conquest, brutality on one side, generosity, compassion, love on the other. And even the cleverest surgery cannot cut out the bitter legacies without killing the patient being the human, the history, the lie. Don't destroy it. When we say the thousand flowers bloom, we don't say pick and choose the flowers that you want to bloom. We want the valley of flowers that extend to miles as it does in Rohtang Place, and not only well manicured tulip fields. They are nice, but the monotony kills. We talk of multiculturalism and we want to destroy the evidence of those actions which gave birth to the concept of multiculturalism. It is these people, bad as they were, or good as they were, good in one way, bad in the other, that they created conditions, at least, don't forget it. They created conditions that you can think that they were bad. And isn't that thought sufficient? Let's not destroy the great works of art, literature, cinematographic art, sculpture. Let not the human civilization destroy the most beautiful with some horrible memories. Let them stay, if not as a source of veneration, at least as a warning. What's wrong with that? Think about it. Thank you.